want a better life for myself and how truly bad I want to change my life.
Rissa, sweet Rissa, you've been doing this for a long time now. You know, I was once like you, not begging, definitely not begging, but I was in the grips of addiction, which is where you are at. You crying, saying how bad you want to change your life. Most viewers who don't understand addiction and have never seen addiction, they think that you mean because you're homeless, you want to change your life. When in reality, you and I both know it's because you're in the grips of addiction and you want to get out of it. Trust me, I am someone who cut mine in half with Tylenol because I wanted so badly to get it out of my system. So I figured if I cut it down, that I would be able to cut the hugs down and slowly get off that way. When in reality, it ended up burning me from the inside out. It was excruciating pain. I'm also someone who was desperate to get out of it, that I felt if I Narcaned myself, that it would instantly put me into withdrawal, which I knew, but it would take the hugs out of my system immediately, and it would be over and done with within a couple hours. Because even though I was addicted for over a year, I didn't really understand how bad the withdrawing could get. And let me tell you, when I did that, I felt like I was going to unalive. It was excruciating. It was me throwing up, going to the bathroom all over myself, sweating like someone was pouring a bucket of water over my head, my heart pounding. I had my husband call 911 because I thought I was going to unalive. It was horrible. And when I got out of the hospital, first thing I did was take a little bit of it to make me feel better. So I understand the grips of addiction, and you're scared because you want to get clean, but you just don't know how. But coming on begging people, scamming them out of their money, out of the goodness of their heart, so that you can get your rugs, is wrong. And you know it. You need to get yourself into a sober living treatment center. Go to rehab. They have medications there that will help you alleviate a lot of the symptoms. I went cold turkey, and it was horrible. But I made it through. And I'm actually glad I did it that way, because I always think back to how sick I was and how I never want to feel that way again. And that's what keeps me sober today. But you can go into a rehab, and they will help you with medications to ease a lot of those symptoms. And you can get sober that way. But coming on TikTok and using lie after lie, excuse after excuse as to why you need their money, when you know damn well it's so that you can get your next fix, is wrong. When you do become clean, sober, whatever you want to call it, trust and believe you're going to look back and you're going to have so many horrible regrets. I have many, and I never scammed or frauded anyone, and I still live with those regrets. You're going to have far worse because you have lied and cheated so many people out of their hard-earned money just so you could become well. I've done videos on you, Rissa, and it's sad to see that here we are a year later, year and a half, and you are still doing the same thing. The only person that can change themselves is you. It has to come from within. You have to ask yourself, how badly do you want it? If you truly want to be sober, you will do what it takes to get there. I remember lying in my bed, sicker than sick, and I had 3 G's in my drawer, 3.5. And I remember thinking, I'm just going to do a little bit so I don't feel so miserable. And then I said to myself, if you touch that, you are signing yourself into a inpatient rehab. And I knew there was no way I could do that because my husband has a job and we have 2 young children at home still. I couldn't leave for 28, 30 days. I knew that. And so I said, if you touch that, you're going to rehab. And I didn't. And then I found a program. I'm still in that program today, 2.5, a little over 2 years later. And I love it. But I found that program after getting clean. And it saved my life. And so I flushed that down the toilet, the 3.5 G's, down the toilet, while on a Zoom call in front of my group. And everybody was so taken back, could not believe that I did that. And they said, you must be serious, because we've never done that. We've always done everything we had before we got clean. So my point is, if you truly want it, you will do it. You'll stop the lies, stop the scamming, stop the begging, and stop the excuses. Treatment can start at any time, so you might as well start it now.